Welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be looking at adaptation of living things. In our last lesson, we'll take a look at the relationship between living things, okay? I will say all living organisms in particular habitat are connected to one another in one way or the other. And one of the ways we use was how they feed, is it not? Yes, remember your food chain. And I taught you about the polar bear in the Arctic habitat, is it not? How it depends on the seals and how the seals depend on the small fish and how the small fish depend on crustaceans and how crustaceans depend on plankton and how plankton will also eat the dead body of the polar bear. Is it not? Yes, this gives us a complete food chain. Look at another example of a food chain. This one is a terrestrial habitat food chain. You can see the grass be eaten there by what? A grasshopper. And then the grasshopper is being eaten by what? The frog. And the frog is being eaten by what? The snake. And the snake is being eaten by what? The owl. And then the owl, on the other hand, will die and decompose and will be decomposed by fungi and release nutrient back to the soil. And the soil or the plant will make use of the energy from the soil to grow again. Okay? And the cycle does what? Continues. All the living things in the habitat rely on one another for survival. In the end, when the polar bear, which is at the top of the food chain, dies, the nutrient from its carcass is returned to the sea, and that nutrient is used to fertilize the soil of the ocean floor, where it can be used to help plankton and algae regrow and start the cycle all over again. I believe you know this already. We want to look at adaptation. What do you understand by adaptation? We'll talk of adaptation. We are simply looking at how an organism survives in its given habitat. So adaptation simply gives the organism the best chance of survival. Any organism that cannot survive in its habitat is likely going to die, or other organisms will feed on it. Now you must have watched a movie where you see at times lion will kill lion, is it not? And they will feed on the other lion. That other lion that is being killed is called the weak lion. Okay, he's weak. It cannot survive. Therefore, they will do what? They will kill it. You get it now? So that is how it is. Only the strong survive. Animals have developed different ways in which they use to survive in their environment. They have some different patterns. We call these patterns adaptive features or characteristics. One of the ways is that they develop features to help them live in a certain climate that is extremely hot or cold. Develop certain features or character to help them live in a certain climate. The climate might be very hot or cold. For example, the polar bear has a very thick skin, okay, that helps it to adapt in a very cold environment, is it not? On the other hand, you see the camel that lives in a hot habitat. It has developed certain features, just as a strong jaw to help him chew hard food, is it not? Yes. Another thing is that they change their behavior to avoid predators. So animals, if they see animals that wants to kill them, they will behave differently, okay? An example is a porcupine. Another good example is the chameleon. The chameleon have the ability to change its color to the environment he is living. Maybe the plants are green. It will tend to change its color to green to hide itself from where? From predators. To hide itself from what? From predators, okay? Another one is that they change their behavior to find food or prey. You've seen some animals where they want to hunt. They will behave differently, is it not? You've watched how the lion tends to hunt animal. He will be hiding. He will be hiding. All is a way to get what? His prey so that it can feed. Okay? Another example is that they change their behavior to hunt at the best time of the day or in the best place. Alright? Develop senses to help them find food, prey, or avoid predators. The ant is a very good example. Is it not? Yes. Some animals don't see. Okay? They use their senses. Is it not? Yes. These are ways to enable them to survive in their environment. Develop features that attract the opposite gender for reproduction. Some animals behave differently when they want to give birth. so that other animals can come closer to them and then they can mate and give birth. Is it not? Yes. Then we have developed abilities that help them blend in with their surrounding for hunting or hiding purpose. So animals know where to hide and they know where to hunt. Okay, they know where to hunt animals to kill them and eat, and they know where to hide when other animals want to hunt them. They develop behavior that ensure that their offspring survive and become fully what? Mature. We have a way of caring for our young ones, is it not? Yes, we humans. Even so, animals and plants have a way of caring for their young ones. Alright, we are going to look at the specific plants, okay, and how it what? Adapts. Cacti are a type of plant that flourish in the what? Desert ecosystem. They have several adaptations that help keep them alive. For one thing, instead of leaf, cactus grow spines, which look like what? Tiny like spikes. Alright? They don't grow leaf. The leaves are folded so that they can take in water. The drawry camel. The drawry camel have developed what we call the leathery leaves for enabling them to what? Chew hard food, and then they have large humps which is made up of fat that keeps them, for a long time without food and then water. And they also withstand hot what? Environment. They also eat food that contains what? Water. Humans and habitat. Human can have a positive or negative impact on what? Habitat. Below are some explanation of ways that human can what? Negatively affect a what? Habitat. 1. Pollution. Humans' activities has resulted to what? Pollution. And you know what pollution is? The release of harmful substances into the what? Environment. We have polluted our air pollution. We have polluted our water pollution. We have polluted our land or soil pollution. Another one is deforestation. We cut down trees unnecessarily, leading to destroying of what? Plant life. Is it not? Yes. Another one is overhunting and what? Overfishing. When we overhunt and overfish, we are putting those animals or species in danger because they might not be seen again. And when this happens, we say they have gone extinct or they are facing what? Extinction. So a species that is being overhunted is known as an endangered what? Species, because very soon you will not see that species again if nothing is what? Done. Another way we have affected our habitat negatively is introducing what we call invasive plants and what? Animals. Invasive plants and animals is when we carry an animal or plant to an habitat that is not its own natural habitat, and that animal now starts reproducing and flourishing in that habitat. It will now lead to the destruction of the animals and plants that were supposed to be in that habitat. Okay, let's say for example we bring lion into an habitat where we have goats. Okay, the lion will begin to feed on the goats because there's enough food. The lion will not give birth to so many lions, and then those many lions will now end up eating up all the what? Goats. That is an example of what we call invasive what? Plants and what? Animals. So humans have done that a lot, and it has destroyed our what? Environment. Humans have also done some good things to help what? The habitat. One of these good things is supporting what? Endangered species. Human has done very good job in making sure that species who are facing extinction, that humans have put laws in place to protect such animals. Humans have even taken such animals and make them to give birth to young ones and release them back into the what? Forest. Okay. Another one is replanting forest. Humans have also planted trees in areas where there were no trees, and areas where trees were what? Being chopped down before. Okay. Then removing invasive plants and what? Animals from the ecosystem. Humans have also done that. Humans have also helped to remove invasive plants and animals from our ecosystem. All right. So we look at endangered what species. Some animals that are currently on the endangered species list are blue whales, India elephants, snow leopards, black rhinos, and then you have your what? Leatherback tortoise. These animals are being hunted worldwide, and then we have only few of them. And if things are not done, this animal will go extinct. When I say we go extinct, I mean we will not be able to see them again. They will no longer be in existence because all of them will die off. Okay, I want you to watch this short video and learn more about this topic.
Different animals have different body structures and behaviors that help them to survive in a particular environment. We are going to look at the camel, the giraffe, and the penguin to see the features of their bodies that help them live in their specific habitat. First, we will look at the camel. This mammal resides in the hot desert where sand blows everywhere. Luckily, they have double rows of extra long eyelashes and thick eyebrows to help keep sand out of their eyes. They also have the ability to close their nostrils to keep the sand out. It is a misconception that camels' humps are full of water. The humps actually store fat that can be metabolized as a source of energy. The tan color of a camel's coat allows them to blend into their environment. The giraffe makes its home in the savanna, which is a grassland scattered with trees. Its neck is around 6 feet long, which is perfect for eating leaves from the tall treetops. A giraffe's tongue is long and tough, which protects it against thorns when feeding. The spotted coat of a giraffe is for camouflage. This giraffe could be easily mistaken for a tree. The Antarctic region is home to the penguin. It is extremely cold here, and the water temperatures never rise above freezing. Penguins have to keep high body temperatures to remain active. They have thick skin and lots of fat called blubber under their skin to keep warm in the cold weather. The dark-colored feathers of their back surface absorb heat from the sun, which also helps keep them warm. Penguins have webbed feet for powerful swimming. Their bodies are streamlined to reduce drag in the water. A penguin's bones are solid and heavy, which allow them to stay underwater. Their wings, shaped like flippers, help them to swim at speeds up to 15 miles per hour.
Welcome back from that video. I believe you now know what is adaptation, what feature makes certain plants and animals to survive. You now know human activities that affect the environment positively and negatively. You now know how a food chain works. I now know how some animals that are endangered are facing extinction. Okay? That now brings us to the end of the lesson. I want you to complete your other activities in the class. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.